I'm gonna stop stream. Oh. So I was sitting in here, I had my earbuds in. A big thing of lightning hit in like my ears. Like I felt lightning go through my earbuds.
All right, so you saw it there, and now joining us live on Live Impact News is Christian Howard. And Christian, man, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. And you've been really busy. You've been getting a lot of requests to come talk about this. Tim and I, as meteorologists, we kind of preach this all the time. But just take us back to that moment and talk about what it felt like. And did you ever worry that this could happen to you?
Well, to start, no, I was never worried. I was mentioning the whole stream that, there's a crazy storm outside, so there's, it's a good ambiance for what I was doing. But essentially what had happened was what I had felt first was kind of more like a pressure in my head. Imagine you're like in the front of a heavy metal concert and the drummer just hits one good beat and you get that bass in your chest. Yeah. Imagine that, but in both of your ears with the same sensation of like a gum, gag, pull stick when you're a kid. Yeah. Yeah. Like the zap of that. Imagine those two sensations just ongoing in your head at the same time in one big flash.
Wow. And how did, you knew pretty immediately it was a lightning strike. Did you immediately think that, or did you, once you took your headphones off, you kind of realized?
I immediately knew because I felt like the sizzle of it hit my head, and then everything went black for a split second and then went right back up. So I knew it was a lightning strike, and so I was very well aware.
Okay, so as a reformed gamer myself, but I still build machines. Any damage to the equipment? I want to know what got anything get fried?
Oddly enough, no. I was expecting to have to repurchase a bunch of items. Nothing is fried so far. Everything works to the same expectation. I'm very, very concerned as to how that didn't happen, but no, everything looks fine so far.
How about the house? Any damage to anything else in the house? Do you kind of know where the strike happened outside?
Right out the back of the window, you can kind of see in the video, everything lights up red the back behind my window here. But as far as the rest of the house, nothing looks damaged. I've looked around, all the electrical items are still fine. So it looks to have just been a wild strike, and then nothing necessarily negative came out of it so far.
Hey, Christian, Tim here in Greensboro. I love that I'm glad that you're fine, number one, but I kind of love that we have this example to show people now because, truthfully, this is something that I think we say to people a lot of times that it doesn't really resonate or it doesn't sound real. It's like, okay, sure, I'm going to still play my game or whatever. What do you think going forward your message to other gamers is going to be? We get thunderstorms all the time in the summertime. This is something that happens kind of a lot.
Right. First and foremost, surge protectors are very important. I didn't have one at the time. Generally, though, listen to your mom, listen to your grandparents. Always, get off the electronics while there's a lightning storm going on. You want to be safe. It can happen. I didn't expect it, but it can happen at any moment. So be safe out there.
And a lot of times we don't have video of anybody encountering a lightning strike. I mean, the thing about streaming is you're live. How long did you keep the live stream going, and then how quickly did you post the video of yourself? I guess it was already posted, maybe.
I probably kept the live stream going for about 5, maybe 10 minutes max, just to let my community know that I was okay, because there was a few people in there at the time, so I want to make sure they understood that I was okay in the moment, so they weren't worrying about me. And then I quickly just got off. I kind of went upstairs, took a breather for a good half an hour, and then I was like, all right, let me look at it. I reviewed the footage, kind of cut up just the part where it happened, and posted it. But no, it was a pretty quick turnaround. I shut off the stream and then just took a minute to myself to collect myself because a lot of adrenaline was pumping at that moment.
Since this event, I've seen, because I've been following kind of the aftermath of this. A lot of media has been reaching out to you. What are some of the crazy people that have reached out to you, and what other interviews have you done that kind of blows your mind about this?
I've done quite a few. I went on Fox News weather, which was the first live weather service I've been on before, and that was a wild experience just like this one. Yeah. But I've been on that. I had somebody reach out from the UK. It was a company just asking to put it on Ridiculousness and other shows like that. So I've had quite a few people reaching out, some reaching out to try to resell the video and things like that. I haven't really worked with those just yet, though. Yeah. But just a weird outreach that I was not expecting from a situation like this. I just expected to put it out there, a couple of people, that's cool, and then just skedaddle. But it's been a weird situation, I'll say.
Yeah, that's welcome to our world. That happens all the time. It seems like we get people trying to take video and viral hog, and everybody else trying to grab it. So let me ask you this: I got to know, what game were you playing when this was going on, or what were you streaming at the time?
Well, just before that, I was playing Who's at Your Door, which is a new like trending horror game that just came out recently. I was playing that for a long time. And I believe I was transitioning into a new game, but there was some error with my frame rate at that moment. I believe due to the storm, because it just started dropping a bunch. That's why you see me pause and just stare, because I was just watching my bit rate go down. I was actually just about to end the stream because I was like, I don't want to put terrible quality out there for you guys. So I'll end now. But then it happened, and so it was Who's at Your Doors, to answer your question.
Yeah. So
Christian, you've got some. Just to jump in quick, you've got some great hair. And whenever we see a cartoon of somebody getting struck by lightning, the hair just goes crazy, like a mad scientist, right? Did that happen to you? I didn't see that in the video.
So I had just taken a shower a little while before, and I'll be honest, I used some coconut oil on this mane of mine, so I'm assuming that helped keep it down. But no, nothing wild happened to my hair just yet afterwards.
Yeah. So is this going to be like the top craziest thing that's happened during one of your streams so far?
I'm gonna. Well, yeah. How can you top that? yeah, of course.
So, are you Team XSplit or OBS? What are you using the stream with normally?
Streamlabs. It's definitely my favorite to go to.
Yeah.
Super easy platform. It's a little laggier, but it's definitely better for the ease of access.
Yeah, that's great. And so, have you seen like your subscriber count go way up after this?
Not crazy amount, I'd say. With YouTube, I'm very impressed. It's probably up a good 150 subscribers since then, and going up every day, which is really cool to see. As far as Twitch goes, it went up about 100 follows, which is really nice. So it's been a general increase, which has been really cool to see.
Tim, I don't know if you have any more questions.
We've had some storms since then. Yeah. I guess my question is just, over your area. I think this week has actually been a little busy for storms too. You do anything differently now when that happens?
I will say it's hard to avoid the storms, that I am a streamer. I may have streamed gently whilst there was a storm nearby. Not necessarily as close, but I do keep an eye on it, and I do have a surge protector now to try to stay safer.
I can tell you what, we work when the storms are happening too. We got a lot of equipment over here, and we try and keep it as safe as possible, right? But good to know going forward.
All right, Christian. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to give a shout, like what is your handle now? Crispy Mate, right? I think I got that right.
Certainly, it's Crispy Mate on all platforms. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube. I post every day, stream most parts of the week. So find me many times there.
I think you got to get into that storm chasing game just now because of this.
Right, exactly. I will, I think.
Thank you so much, Christian. Yeah, I mean, that's a great example, Tim, of, some of those safety tips we give. And, occasionally when we say those, people will think we're crazy. And the bathtub thing always throws people for a loop. And I remember only other event that I can remember was crazy. I remember a toilet blowing up in Florida somewhere when their plumbing got hit by lightning. And it was one of those, like, mind-blowing things where people are like, yeah, your plumbing can get hit, and this is a good example of electricity going into a gamer as well.
Mom's always right. That's what Christian just told us. So,
I love that he said that. Mom and grandmas are right. Well, thanks again for joining us tonight. That was a great segment. Stick around. We've got more news coming up on WCNC Plus and WFMY Plus.